Enough time, rough time. Don't make no noise. Who produce the song, still the vibes. Just want the whole world to realize.
This indiscriminate mass slaughter of innocent men, women and children is carried out in full sight of the world, in full sight of international leaders who have failed, who have refused to shout, stop.
Enough time, rough time. Don't make no noise. Who produce the song, still the vibes. Just want the whole world to realize. I'm not worry about nothing. Be wise.
Conquering the world, they didn't pay any attention to a little island off the coast of Britain called Ireland. How did such a small island save Western civilization after Rome fell? And how did such a tiny island go on to provide some of the most interesting art, music, and writing available today? Irish history is full of unique characters who believed in the power of the Irish spirit, culture, and independence, and they longed to share that with the world.
Enough time, rough time. Don't make no noise. Who produce the song, still the vibes. Just want the whole world to realize. I'm not worry about nothing. Be wise.
St. Patrick is credited with bringing the religion to the island, and the transition from pagan religions to Christianity was so peaceful that there were no Irish martyrs during this time. St. Patrick was named the island's patron saint, and he is still recognized and honored today by both the Catholic and the Orthodox churches. Christianity changed the country by encouraging the Irish to settle around churches and monasteries, which became the center of education from the 6th to the 12th centuries.
Just want the whole world to realize. I'm not worry about nothing.
Irish monks would travel far and wide as part of their faith, spreading the gospel and encouraging fellow believers in other countries. After the fall of the Roman Empire, the monks were also spreading literacy and protecting classic religious and secular manuscripts.
Enough time, rough time. Don't make no noise. Who produce the song, still the vibes. Just want the whole world to realize. I'm not worry about nothing. Be wise.
The Anglo-Norman invasion began in May of 1169, and they took Dublin on September 21, 1170. By 1172, enough of Ireland had been conquered that Henry II named himself the Lord of Ireland. Although he quickly lost interest in the island, other Englishmen did not. His son, King John, split Ireland into tenants, which he gave to nobles, and he set up the first Irish national government. The tensions between the English and the Irish continued to grow in the 16th century because of the Reformation, which swept across Europe and saw England become Protestant. Ireland remained Catholic, and the English attempts at religious reform on the island led to further oppression of the local people and resentment between the two groups.
Just want the whole world to realize. I'm not worry about nothing. Be wise.
This is the Falls Road in Belfast, and this is the Shankill Road. These two areas are just a few streets away from each other, and yet there is a border running between them. This vast wall stands on the first peace line in Northern Ireland. First built nearly 50 years ago as a temporary barrier to divide two communities, there is still a wall standing here today, a physical symbol of the deep divisions within Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland was formed in 1921. When Ireland seceded from the UK, 6 of Ireland's 32 counties remained as part of the United Kingdom. The governance of these counties has been contested ever since, sparking the bloody 30-year conflict known as the Troubles.
Not even a cross pass, me no want see. Me cut off all crosses, yeah. Skip out them class party. Tell them count them losses, yeah. See them clear. Me never need no glasses. Somebody must have paid them. Yes. So me want know who the boss is. No matter how you kind. Somebody else say you mean. Always, always. And from you know say you straight. No worry about who say you lean. Don't worry about them. Remember say I about stay. Them chat fucking off time. All the time. And if you follow some people, yeah, you end up a prisoner of the tough time. Yeah, yeah. No, me no deal with stress too good. No, make nothing bad me. Nothing at all. Me not complain about nothing. Me no burden to nobody. You must see man. Me nah make one do a lot. I mean no walk one dozen more. 100. Nobody bring me no negative news. Cause right now me hears them not here. No matter how you kind. Yeah, yeah. Somebody else say you mean. See them so them stay. And from you know say you straight. No worry about who say you lean. Don't worry about them. Remember say I about stay. Them chat fucking off time. And if you follow some people, yeah, you end up a prisoner the tough time. We'll leave by you. Mama said don't hang your heart. Which part? Anywhere that can reach. And anything where you practice. Make sure say you can preach. Only accept clean out. That are your recommendation. Only that. Because no energy we bad. Can't play upon my station. No matter how you kind. Somebody else say you mean. And from you know say you straight. No worry about who say you lean. Don't worry about them. Remember say I about stay. Them chat fucking off time. And if you follow some people, yeah, you end up a prisoner the tough time. Yeah. Not even a cross pass, me no want see. Me cut off all crosses. Skip out them class party. Long tell them count them losses. See them clear. Me never need no glasses. Somebody must have paid them. So me want know who the boss is. No matter how you kind. Yeah. Somebody else say you mean. See him so them stay. And from you know say you straight. No worry about who say you lean.
In the 1990s, the major paramilitary groups declared a ceasefire, meaning that they agreed to stop attacking each other. In 1997, a new British government was elected, led by Tony Blair of the British Labour Party. Blair and Irish Taoiseach Bertie Ahern were joined by Northern Irish governmental parties to negotiate a deal. Amongst the negotiators were Ulster Unionist Party leader David Trimble and Social Democratic and Labour Party leader John Hume. Two small unionist groups linked to loyalist groups and the IRA's political ally Sinn Féin took part. In the end, they came up with two linked agreements, a deal between the British and Irish governments and an agreement between the Northern Irish government parties. Part of the agreement recognised that people of Northern Ireland could identify as Irish, British or both and could hold citizenship in both Ireland and Britain if they wished. It also recognised that Northern Ireland could decide to become part of the Republic if certain conditions were met. A new government would be formed in Northern Ireland where power would be shared between Unionists and Nationalists. This government, or executive, would be responsible to the Northern Ireland Assembly and would make some of the decisions which up until this point have been made by the UK government in London. On the 10th of April 1998, the Good Friday Agreement was signed.
Rough time. Don't make no noise. Who produce the song, still the vibes. Just want the whole world to realize.
Michelle O'Neill, you would never accept a trade border between Northern Ireland and the Republic. So why should Unionists accept one in the Irish Sea between Northern Ireland and the rest of the UK?
Well, David, I don't want to see any borders. We've said from day one that Brexit wasn't compatible with our peace agreement, with our Good Friday Agreement. I've never wanted to see the interruptions that we're now experiencing today. I think many of us here warned against the dangers of Brexit and what it actually would mean for us in reality, and we're facing those challenges today. But we saw...
Ceann Comhairle, the people of the world are witness to a humanitarian catastrophe in Gaza. Israel has unleashed the weight of its military might upon a beleaguered refugee population. They rain their arsenal of missiles down upon 2 million impoverished people hemmed into an area half the size of County Louth. This indiscriminate mass slaughter of innocent men, women and children is carried out in full sight of the world, in full sight of international leaders who have failed, who have refused to shout, stop. They see clearly the carnage and human rights violations inflicted on the people of Gaza. They have heard, indeed, the Palestinian people described as animals. They long know that Israel imposes an apartheid regime. Our hearts break for the loss of Israeli lives on that fateful night of October 7th. But be very clear that the Israeli offences against Palestine predate that night of horrific loss, which has been roundly and fully condemned. That condemnation stands in stark contrast to the refusal and failure of our own government in Dublin and of governments across the European Union and the world to condemn Israeli violations of international law. I believe that is shameful. And I would remind our government that the recitation of all of our interventions and charitable acts for the Palestinian people do not relieve you as a government of your primary responsibility to hold Israel accountable to the world for its acts of impunity and its violation of international law.
Rough time.